Yay, Monday. Hi, guys. It's so great to see you. I'm excited for another week of learning with you. We are going to learn some new math today. You're going to start your reading journals, and I have some really fun weather stuff that you can do at home too if you like. But first, you've got to check this out. Guys, look what Ellie did. Blue. Have I ever worn blue nail polish? Ever. I don't know. Are we thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you guys think? I'll tell her. I still haven't decided. But what's been on my mind this weekend with some big changes in the weather has been wind. Wind is a really important part of weather, and it's one of my favorite things about weather, especially since my very favorite story when I was little, out of this huge beat up, taped together book, was Curious George Flies a Kite. And if you've read this story, you know it has everything. It has cute bunnies, it has kites, it has George being picked up by his kite. Who wouldn't want to do that? I was obsessed with this story when I was little, so I have always loved wind. So you may already know this, but do you know what wind is? Of course you do. It's moving air, right? So you can even make your own tiny wind by moving your hand really fast, and you can feel the wind with your other hand, or you can even do it on your face and you can like feel the wind on your face, right? But why do big amounts of air way up in the sky move? It's not like there's some huge hand up there pushing them around, right? So I want you to think of it this way. Just like the sun heats water and the water evaporates and rises, it's very similar to that, actually. Well, warm air also rises. Warm air is always going up because it is lighter. Light things go up more easily, right? So you have warm air rising, and then you can actually, by the way, you can even test this at home. If it's a cool day or cool night, cold even, and the heat in your house is on, and you have dad or mom lift you up so that you can actually feel way up by the ceiling, you can tell that the air way up at the ceiling is a lot warmer than the air down by the floor. And that shows you that as the heater has been pushing warm air into the room, it's been rising up. So just as the warm air is rising, you have cool air, which is heavier. You have cool air falling. So we've got our warm air rising and our cool air falling, and they're running into each other. They're trying to get around each other. They can't. They're crashing into each other. They're trying to live in the same space. It's a disaster. Well, no, not really. But it does make wind. That is how wind happens. That's also why it gets really windy on days when the weather is going to change, because there's different temperatures of air way up there. By the way, I'm just noticing there's this like dot on the camera, and I didn't want you to think there was like a big dot right on my nose. It's kind of funny, right? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so one last thing about wind. You might see wind most of all. The biggest change is when like a huge storm is coming. Have you ever noticed that huge a wind right before the big thunderstorm breaks open, right? So if you want to explore wind more today, I've sent you some cool ways to do that. And if you try any of them, please tell me, send me pictures, and I'll try to even show the rest of our class some of the things that some of us do to explore wind and other weather stuff this week. Later this week, we're going to be getting into tornadoes. We're going to be looking at some cool art that shows storms. It's going to be great. But enough about that. Right now I need a drum roll. Can you guys give me a drum roll? Because it's time for math. You guys know I love math, and today we're going to start thinking about addition, putting numbers together in a new way. We will go one small step at a time, and if you get confused at all, or maybe mom and dad get confused, you guys can just tell me and I will help. I promise I will help. But parents, here's where we are today. Just in case later on, you don't need to follow along with this book, but if you take a look at this book later, this is where we are. Chapter 13, Lesson 1, pages 84 to 87. Okay? So, let's get started. This is going to be fun. I've got my tools. I've got some other really neat things to do this with. And this is kind of a brand new way of doing something that you already might think is kind of easy. But I really want to challenge you to stick with me, because what's really important here is how we're doing it. It's not what we're doing that seems so different. It's how we're doing it. So watch me, watch what I'm showing you. You have a very short practice to do on your own today. And then I think you're going to get it. But if you don't, just let me know and I will help more. Okay? So we're going to start by thinking about adding 24 plus 3. Easy, right? How can I do this? Well, since 3 is a very small number, the easiest way to do this is going to be to count on. So let's try that. Let's start at 24 and count on. 24, 25, 26, 27. I added 3. I'm at 27. I already have my answer. Like I said, guys, the tricky thing here isn't what we're doing. It's going to be how we're doing it. So stick with me. The other way to solve this is to think about it in tens and ones. And to do that, I'm going to show you with our fun blocks. Right now, I'm going to lower this down a little bit so you can see the blocks. You won't see my face as much, but I'm still here. Okay, so let's do it. What is 24? It's 2 tens and 4 ones. Got it? I told you I'm here. 2 tens, 4 ones. And what are we adding to 24? We're adding 3. Right? Now, since we're adding, I want to put all of this together, right? And to do that, I'm going to teach you how to move the ones over so they can be in a party with the other ones, okay? So we're not going to do that right away. I want you to understand why I'm doing that. Let me show you why I'm doing that. Do you see here, I have a chart with tens and ones, right? To do this, and by the way, as we learn to do this, we're going to be able to start adding really big numbers together, numbers you wouldn't believe. But to do that, we need to start thinking about them as tens and ones. But the problem right here is I have some ones hanging out with my tens. I need to get them together with the other ones. So I'm going to think about this way. What is 24 plus 3? It's really 2 tens and 4 ones plus 3 ones. 2 tens and 4 ones plus 3 ones. Now I'm going to move them over and show you that it's really 2 tens and 7 ones. It's a good thing we can add 4 and 3 so easily together. That's why we did all those math facts all year. So now I have 2 tens and 7 ones. And what is 2 tens and 7 ones? 27. So easy. You guys know that. I can even do this with a number bond. If I can find it. Oh, I did. Back to my original paper here. Original board. 24 plus 3. Watch this. 24 is really 20, 2 tens, and 4 ones. So we're really adding 2 tens, 20, whoops, we're really adding 20, 4, and 3. If I want to let this 4 come up and have a party with the other ones, then it's really just 20 plus 7. I hope that makes sense. This makes it even more clear. And this is just like the practice you're going to do later. 24 plus 3 is really 2 tens, 4 ones, plus 3 ones, which really is 2 tens, 7 ones, which is really 27. How easy is that? Let's do one more together. Smarties. You guys are like, we already know how to do this. But you don't know how to do it, do you? Well, you do, but you know what I mean. Maybe mom and dad, this is new. Maybe? Okay, let's try one more together. This time, we're going to do 32 plus 6. So can you help me show that? How many more of these do I need? Yep, I need one more. I need 32 plus 6. 32 plus 6. So I've showed it in tens and ones, but again, we really want these ones to be able to get together and have a party. So if I'm thinking about it as tens and ones, I gotta get these guys out of here. I'm gonna move them over, and I don't have 3 tens and 2 ones and 6 ones anymore. I just have 3 tens and how many ones? Can you count them? Did you see 8? So 32 plus 6 is the same as 30 plus 2 plus 6, which is the same as 30 plus 8. And what's 38? Oh, I just said it. 30 plus 8 is 38. We all know that. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you guys. Today's home practice, let me scoot this back up. Today's home practice, guys, is only the first 2 pages in your packet that I gave you. It's in your folder already, and the front of it looks like this. It's only this page, which is so easy. You're gonna laugh. Like really, you're gonna laugh. It's the first page and the second page. The second page gets more fun because these 3 problems right here, 4 of them actually. No, just 3. Those 3 problems are exactly like what we just did. It's helping you to split up the number like this, okay? So it should be pretty simple, but again, if you're confused at all, just let me know and I will help. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you need to know about this, but I really think you can do it. Tomorrow, we're gonna move on into actually seeing this part in a new way. We're gonna start to move it so that the 3 actually comes over to hang out under the 4 right from the beginning. So you'll see tomorrow how this gets a little more fun, and we'll do a little more practice tomorrow. We'll get a little more challenging, but today I just wanna make sure that we understand how we're doing this adding thing. Well, it's been almost 15 minutes of me talking, and that is way too long. So I'm not going to read you a story today, which makes me really sad, but I'm really excited for you to start your reading journal today. So you will be reading a story and you're going to write to me about it. This will look familiar because we did reading journals in class already this year. I can't wait to see how you do and what books you read and all that. So have fun with that. Guys, I miss you so much. It's just not the same, but I just love getting pictures and everything from you. So keep that up and give your mom and dad the biggest hugs today for being awesome, awesome teachers. They're wearing lots of different hats right now. Their mom, their dad, their teachers. they're really loving you in an awesome way. So I hope you guys have a great day again. I'm praying for you, and I'm here if you need anything. Bye, guys.